come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake pit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Here's Gordon. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Come on. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw on second down. Fields. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check, check.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starter. Here on defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw. Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the punt. And they get the football, but not much on the return here. as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go on this one.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. It's complete to Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing on first down. Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to pull out right and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, you better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got a man open. It's Cmperry717's. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Let's go.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in this spot, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him at first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And they're going to get the 1st out here as he's up to the 14. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 on the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll get this one to Galladay. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
Come on, come get some. Come get some.
Throwing on second and 8. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go one more. Switch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
10. Switch. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Show up. Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That's it.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Fields flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Watch the run. Who's it? Like 22. Crunch time, defense. Like 22.
They're going to try and throw. And Adams has it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. On first down at Stafford. And a catch made by Johnson.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want when you're running.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Caught by Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And an alley to run. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 3, second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Zerline good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford now to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This is Borden. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown, Detroit! T.J. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
22.
To throw again. Fields escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try to pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game. Sports.